Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Class 10th Social Studies Chapter 6 The Population Indian Population. So now population of India. Population is a pivotal element, means it is a very important thing. India is one of the most populated country in the world. So India is the most populated country in the world. 92% of working people in India are in unorganized sector. What is this unorganized sector? Unorganized sector is a sector where the people are working privately. Suppose if a person is working in government sector, it's a government teacher or a government doctor, whatever, that is called organized sector, because they have a perfect salary and many more opportunities. So that is called organized sector, and opposite to that is unorganized sector. So in India, 92% of the working people are in unorganized sector. So most of them have to struggle for work. So as the people doesn't get the opportunity for work and they have to struggle for work. The Census of India provides us with information regarding the population of our country. So what does it is? It is the Census of India which provides information regarding our population of our country. So this is called Census of India. The census is the procedure of systematically acquiring and recording information about the members of a given population. So the Census of India, it provides information about the population of a country. So this information is collected once in every 10 years. So the gap between them is 10 years. So now the census. So what does this census show? Now we have discussed Census of India. It gives information about the population of country. So what does the census show? Census show us the age structure, sex ratio, literacy rate, and working population. So these four the census show, and we shall discuss them in detail one by one. So first, age structure. The age structure of a population refers to the number of males and females in different age groups in a country. So age structure depends on males and females in different age groups. The population of a nation is generally grouped into three categories. So in the society, in the nation, it is divided into three categories. They are children, working age, and aged. So children who are generally below 15 years, and working age, they are between 15 to 59 years of age. And then the third, aged people above 59 years of age. So now children, first we shall say children, they are taken care of by the family. So they are looked after by the family. They do not earn their income. As they are children, they need to study. They do not earn their income. So they are the children. Now working age, that is between 15 to 59 years of age. The working population in a society, this is the working population. This age group people will work and get income for the money. They are the bread owners of the family. So children and aged often depend on earnings of this group. So children and aged, as they don't work, they depend on working age. Aged people. Now, aged people, they are above 59 years of age. This group of people depend on their families for support in old age when unable to work. As their limit is completed and they are unable to work, as they became old, they are unable to work. So they depend on working age. So now this is all about age structure. Now sex ratio. Sex ratio is the number of females per 1,000 males in the population. So number of females per 1,000 males in the population. So this is the definition of sex ratio. We notice that the number of women in India are consistently been lower than that of men. So this we have been heard many years onwards, that a number of women in India are consistently been lower than the men. So the number of men are more in India than the women. Due to preference to male children, parents may decide to abort the female child before birth itself. So this is the most important thing happening in the society these days, which is a very bad and terrible thing. it is a very bad thing that to abort the female child before the birth. So that is the thing. Many families consider female children as burden. They see them as a burden. So women's education has been a powerful force in reducing discrimination against women. So women should educate so that the discrimination will be removed. So that is all about the sex ratio. Now, literacy rate. Literacy rate is all about the studying. It means the illiterate people and literate people. The people, how many people are illiterate and how many people are literate and illiterate. This describes that a person aged 7 years above who can read and write with understanding in any language is treated as literate. So a person above 7 years of age who can read and write, so they are considered as literate. So literacy is a socio-economic progress in a country. So it is a socio-economic progress in a country. At the time of independence in 1947, 12% of the population was literate. Only out of 100, if we see, only 12% was literate. Yes, in 2001 it was 65%. It grew to 74% by 2011. So year by year the literacy rate in India was increasing, so that people are literate and they become more intelligent and they knew all the things about everything. So that is the thing now. So, however, the literacy rates for a man is 82% and women it was 65%. So you can see the difference between. For men, the literacy rate was higher than the women because women were not allowed to study in those days. They used to not send even outside of the house. So the literacy rate for the women is low than compared to men. Yes, the literacy rate for men is greater than women. Now that is the point we have seen till now. So that is the difference between the literacy rate between the men and women. So now, working population. People who are between 15 to 59 years are working people. 15 to 59 years, they are the working people. This point we have seen before. They might work throughout the year or only for a part of the year. They might the work the which they are working might be available throughout the year or some parts of the year depending on the season and the work they do. Census of India groups into four. Census of India are divided into four groups. First, there are cultivators, agricultural laborers, workers, and other workers. So, there are four groups in Census of India. What are they? Cultivators, agricultural laborers, workers, and other workers. Yes, cultivators. Cultivators are the farmers who farm the land that they own or take on rent. Cultivators are the farmers who farm the land or they own or take on rent. So first, then second, agricultural laborers are those who work on others' farm for wages in cash or any kind of thing. Those are not their land actually. They lease them. We say the land was leased. So they take the lease and they grow the crops and they work on them on other farms. They are agricultural laborers. And then the workers in households, industries would be those who are manufacturing some product at home, such as dehusking of paddy and so on, like that. Potters, beady workers, etc. Now these are the workers who work in household industries, and other than the household industry, the other workers would be those who are employed in factories, trading, and all other occupations. So these are four groups in the Census of India. Now the next topic, population sizes. So what is the population size of our country? It is a particular number will be there, right? So what is it? Change in size of population is the difference in number of inhabitants of a country or territory during a specific period, say during last 10 years. So the population size will be depend on the number of inhabitants in a country during the previous 10 years. So in the gap of 10 years, for 10 years they take the population sizes, that is the number of the thing. So this can be expressed in two ways: absolute numbers, second is percentage change. Absolute numbers and percentage change. So what are these absolute numbers and percentage change? The absolute numbers added are each decade is the magnitude of increase, how much they are increased per year, that is the absolute numbers. And now percentage change, it is the population change. Population change is equals to population at later date minus population at earlier date, before minus the earlier, that gives the absolute numbers, that is the population change. So this is all about the population sizes. Okay, now what is the population? How can the population be counted or taken? Population change in a place is equals to number of births plus number of in migrants minus number of deaths plus number of out migrants. So number of births, you know what number of births, and number of immigrants. Number immigrants means the number of people which have come to our country in extra in these previous 10 years. They are now number of deaths and number of out migrants. Now from in India, many people will go to other countries or states, right? So that is the number of out migrants. In migrants who come into India, out migrants who go abroad India. So that is the population change in a place. Number of births plus number of immigrants minus number of deaths plus number of out migrants. So that is the formula or definition of population change. Now positive number means population has increased. Positive number, if the number is positive, the population has increased. If the number is negative, it means the population has decreased. So this is the easy thing, logic. Birth rate is the number of live births per 1,000 persons in a year. So what is this birth rate? It is a number of live births per 1,000 persons in a year. Per 1,000 persons in a year. Now death rate is also same as the birth rate. Death rate is a number of deaths per 1,000 persons in a year. So both in a year and thousands persons. Now the third is the migration. The third component of population change is migration. Migration is the movement of people across regions and territories. So migration means in migration and out migration. So there are two kinds of migration, I have told you before. It is a movement of people across territories or regions. It can be internal within the country or international, that is abroad. So that is the thing. Internal migration does not change the size of population. If a person travels from one state to other, want to migrate, it doesn't change that much, but influence the distribution of population within the nation. So if the person goes abroad, there the population number will be increased, and here the population number will be decreased. So like that there will be some immigrants and out migrants in a country. So this is all about the population change in a place or in a country, overall the thing. Now this is the thing. Now population density. What is this population density been taken? It provides better picture for its distribution. It provides better picture for its distribution. Yes, population density is calculated as the number of persons per unit area. So density is you have studied in physics. It is the number of persons per unit area. So India is one of the most densely populated countries of the world. In before we have seen India is one of the most populated country. Now it is most densely populated country in the world. Population density is the number of persons per unit area, usually quoted per square kilometer. Now in a particular unit area, how many persons are there? That is the population density. That is taken as population density. Population density is the number of people per unit area, usually quoted per square kilometer. So that is the population density. It provides a better picture for its distribution. Okay, now the summary of this lesson, the total lesson we have seen. Now this what are the topics we covered. Population in the lesson, population of India, population growth, age structure, sex ratio, literacy rate, population size, and population density. Now, these are the topics we covered in the total lesson, and these are there in the textbook even. So, this is detailed information, and you can take it as notes. Now, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.